How's it going, guys? My name is Dave. I'm a full-time eBay reseller. In this video, guys, I'm going to be showing you guys how I easily list over 350 items every single week into my eBay store. Let's get into it.
I get that cash and I flip it, yeah. I get that cash and I flip it, yeah.
I've been doing eBay for 5 years, and I've pretty much had the same kind of system for the whole 5 years that I've been doing eBay. But right now, I am mainly doing clothing. I used to do electronics. I used to have a 16,000 item eBay store at one point, but now I switched everything to clothing almost a year ago. And right now, I have a good little system, and it's kind of a very similar process with electronics and clothing. The only thing that is different is that I don't have to test electronics anymore, and that's the thing I really like about clothing. Right here I have a bunch of jeans. Have been doing a lot of jeans. Right here I have a bunch of jackets and a little bit of shorts. And for the most part, I get very simple, basic brands that are just bread and butter items, and then mixed within all those items that I do get some bangers in there. For the most part, right now, we just started doing 350 items a week, and it has been quite easy for the most part. A lot of you guys might be asking where I even get 350 items a week, and in this channel, I actually show you guys pretty much when I'm sourcing. I take my meta glasses and I go and record and show you guys how I negotiate, how I find these people that have the good stuff for me to sell on eBay. And I have been doing that for the last couple months. So if you guys are new, consider subscribing. And the next video I post will actually be me going out and sourcing. I pretty much deal with like 6 different ways of getting my product. I go to flea markets. That's the one I like the most in terms of like the fulfillment, because I never know what I'm gonna find. I could find an expensive electronic, I could find a very expensive jersey, or I could just find like the regular bread and butter stuff, or I could find nothing. Sometimes you find nothing at the flea markets. I also go to a lot of Goodwill bins. I go there and I'll try to get 100 pounds, 200 pounds of clothing. And one thing I started doing recently is that I started buying bales of jeans, and those jeans are grade C jeans that are just a whole mess. It's a whole mess. I bought 2,000 pounds last week of jeans, and I already separated everything. These jeans that you guys saw on the table, those are actually stuff that I picked up today at the flea market with one of the vendors that I deal with. The bales are something new that I am trying, and honestly, I have loved it so far. We were able to separate that within a week, and we washed a ton of stuff, and we wholesaled a good amount of jeans as well. So that is a good extra thing that I have started doing. So that's number 3. Fourth way I've been able to get product is that I do have a very large following, especially on Instagram. On Instagram, I have over 100,000 followers. Here on YouTube, we're about to hit 25,000 subscribers. On TikTok, I have like 85,000 followers on there. A lot of people message me all the time trying to sell me their stuff. I have to turn a lot of stuff away. You buy stuff here and there and get it shipped to my house, and then we separate it and see what's good. For the most part, people send me like, hey, I have 20 of these things, and then I decide if it's a deal for me or not. I try not to buy so much stuff online, but I know it is going to be something that I could maybe do in the future if I really scale this to a high level and I'm buying a lot. Maybe I can start posting that I'm buying stuff. Currently, right now, that is not something I need to do or that I even want to do, but I know that is an option. And I have bought a lot of shoes from people through Instagram that I have met online. And that is one thing that I wanted to do this channel for. Have connections, meet people, and take my eBay business to the next level, doing YouTube and stuff like that. So that has helped tremendously for the most part. Most of the deals that I do, most of the product that I get comes from people in person that I met in person. But that is a nice plus about having social media in the back end. I don't only do clothing right now. I did dabble back into electronics. I stopped doing electronics because I had lost a massive wholesale supplier that I used to get my electronics from. That's why I pivoted into clothing. Right now, I do a little bit of electronics. I just stick to the very high-end stuff. Like my average sell price on electronics is anywhere from $80 to $100. A lot of shoes as well. I have like 800 shoes listed in my eBay store. I did cut back a lot on the shoes because I am getting so much clothing, and like this pair of Wranglers right here will sell just as good as a pair of running shoes from Nike, and I don't have to really do much aside from wash it. With shoes, you have to clean them, you have to scrub them, you have to wait for them to dry. It's a hassle. Eventually, I do want to start doing more shoes, but right now, clothing is doing the trick for me. 350 items in a week is a lot of inventory that goes into my store. That's 1,400 items in a whole month without even doing much shoes, without even doing the potential of what electronics can be. So we're gonna see how that goes. Now that you guys know what kind of product I am dealing with and how I get it. Now I'm gonna show you guys how I actually take care of all the listings to actually get these up on eBay. That we actually have a virtual assistant that helps me out. I've had the same virtual assistant for 5 years now. I know there's a lot of stuff going on with like AI. Me personally, I have had zero issues with this person. It is an actual person. I know maybe in the future AI is gonna be very prevalent and it's gonna be much better than it is right now, but I've seen a lot of stuff that makes me not wanna do the AI thing. Seen a lot of errors within it that I do not have to deal with right now. And my virtual assistant is someone that I've been doing business with for 5 years. I don't wanna switch. This business model works with them. They do an amazing job. They work really hard, and I'm providing jobs for human beings. That's just something I wanna stick to. So this is my photo station in my little office here at the warehouse. And all we do is lay out the clothes flat on here. If you guys wanna know how I built this, I do have a video right here on how I built this little station. Made it to where I don't have to have a hanger. I used to have a more vertical, I wanted to have a nice little angle on it so the clothes does not fall. I feel like it's much easier. We just set it down, and for the most part, most stuff sticks. Like a jersey might fall, that's when we use the hanger, that's when I have this little hook. But right here, it's just at the perfect angle to where I don't have to deal with that. I went with white. I just like the white look. You guys can go with whatever kind of cloth, whatever kind of color you guys want. And for the most part, guys, right here, we take the pictures and then, you know, we bag it up just like everyone does it. I feel like everyone has gone over the steps on how they put away their items, and we put a little number on it, put it in a bag, and then we put it in a box. And that's just how we've been doing it. The way the virtual assistant actually gets the pictures into his possession to start doing the listings is that I load everything into a Google Drive. It makes it extremely easy to transfer photos. Just send him a link, and from there, he does the listings. It is super, super easy. They create the listing from the pictures alone. The next day, however many I send him, if I send him 70, 50, he gets those done immediately. Whenever I did electronics, it was an absolute game changer with him. It took my business to a whole different stratosphere. I remember I was doing about $10,000 a month by myself, working extremely hard, being burnt out, just tired every day because I was buying all the stuff, listing all the stuff, and shipping all the stuff. It's a lot of work, and I was doing like 30 items a day back in the day. Whenever I switched to the virtual assistant, that's when I was able to get to $40,000 a month plus, and I did that for many years, and I've been using the same exact guy. I started doing clothing a year ago. The very first month, I think we did like $500 in sales. Right now we're at 18,000. And right now I'm about to ramp it up a lot. 350 items a week is the next step for us, and that's what we are going to start doing, and I'm very excited. We got to $18,000 a month doing like 200 items a week. So now we're going to be doing 350. So I'm very excited to see what happens in the long run. If you guys are interested in using my virtual assistant, email me at paleotech.inc@gmail.com. I have it in my bio, or send me a message on Instagram and I can connect you guys. He is taking some people. He does an amazing job. I vouch for him. Whenever we do shoes or small electronics, I have this little desk right here. All this is a little white poster board, and then I put it here, and then I just added the lights. Very simple. And right here I do shoes and small electronics. When I first started doing clothing, I was doing like 70 a day for like the first month, which I know is insane, but I was getting the wrong product. Just listing up a bunch of stuff into your eBay store is not the answer. I am getting quality stuff, the best stuff I possibly can, and that happens to be 350 items a week right now. When I first started, I was doing even more than I am right now, and I wasn't getting any results because I was listing trash into my store. I didn't know what was good. I had just started. I didn't really know what sold, what brands were good, and I learned the hard way when it came to clothing right off the bat. With electronics, I got a free pass because for the most part, most electronics, 90% of them are gonna have way more value than most of the clothes that's out there. If you go to the Goodwill bins, how many bins are full of clothing and how much stuff do you actually pull out of there? With clothing, the percentage of something that is good in massive piles is probably like 10%, if that, if it goes good. With electronics, it can be massive piles of electronics and 80% of them are gonna be over 25 bucks. And the average sale price is much higher. You know, the value of electronics is just much higher for the most part, generalizing all of the electronics that are out there in the world, right? Most clothing isn't that good. When you go to a thrift store, there's 40,000 items in the racks, and you walk home with 6, 7, 8 items, right? We just hit this much in my 90-day total. Starting from scratch, from zero, my first month, I did $500 in the first month. The next month, I think I did like $1,200, and it was just a slow process to get to where we're at now. And now we're gonna see where we go, cranking it up a bit with the listings. Right here, guys, I have 60 items that we just packed up. Came in Sunday, and this morning we have 60 items total right here that are going out the door on this Monday, and I can't be happier with that. I do want to get to the point where we're selling 100 items and it's Monday morning, right? That's gonna be the next goal. I hope this video helped you guys out a lot. It's a very simple process, but it takes time to get to the point where you can start doing more items, where you can take the cost of buying more inventory, maybe take the cost of getting some help. You guys don't have to get the help, but that's how I process 350 items into the week. One thing that helps me out a lot is that it's a lot of repetitive items. The days we do jeans, we only do jeans. The days we do shoes, we only do shoes. The days we do electronics, we only do electronics. Make sure you guys drop a thumbs up, comment, or consider subscribing. We have a lot of content coming up, fired up to get these videos to you guys. The more likes I get, the more pumped up I am to pump out more videos for you guys. Catch you guys later.